Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, oh. There we go. Had a double sound there for a second. Um so, welcome to CatChat Sunday. We are with a streamer friend of ours named Boozin. Um Mainly Dead by Daylight streamer, but definitely a variety streamer. And yeah, Boozin, introduce yourself.
Well, hello. I guess for anybody who does not know me, my name is Boozin. Like Joker said, I stream variety games on Twitch with a focus on horror and D&D. And yeah, a human and cat dad, and yeah, been gaming for a really long time.
Yeah. So let's get into a game here real quick. We'll jump out to the menu. We'll jump into a match play casual 2v2s. All right. So what was the first game you ever played in life?
So the first game I ever played was Super Mario for NES.
Okay. Okay. I I had an NES as well, and I don't know if it was Super Mario that was the first game, but it's Sight Bike. Did you have a Sight Bike?
Sight Bike? No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh man, a sight bike was like, oh, it was my jam. I played that a lot, a lot, a
What
lot.
was it? A
Uh,
console of some sort? Or what
no,
was
no, no. A
Sight
sight
Bike?
bike is a game on NES.
Oh, actually, was it similar to
It
oh wow.
made the like noises, like when the motorcycle would overheat, it would make funny noises. Oh, I love that game.
Oh, they're gonna score. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't
Uh,
think I'd have to look at it. It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know
all you? Oh,
if it I don't know if it necessarily rings a bell. I played a little bit in NES, so I was really young, obviously, when
yeah.
as most people were when NES was like big, right? But like growing up, all my older siblings would play, and then us younger kids would get to play every now and then. So
Yeah. Yeah, I had two older brothers as well. What was your family dynamic? I had two older brothers and a younger sister.
so I actually come from a very large family. I'm the eighth of 10 children. So
Oh,
I'm one of the
nice.
babies, and I have three brothers and six sisters.
Nice. A lot of girls there. Wow. That's crazy. Um yeah, so console time was very sparing probably. So when did
Um,
you Yeah.
yes, definitely. Sorry, I
No, you're good.
this game is a wild. So yeah, so I mean, I didn't get to play too much NES. I guess when I first started getting a lot of game time was Nintendo 64, and then also
Ooh,
PC
yeah.
gaming. So but yeah, sorry, continue. You were asking a
You're
question.
good. You're good. So you said N64 was probably one of your like most the time you got into gaming like fully.
Yes, yeah, probably more so than definitely more than NES was for sure.
Yeah.
They were
Man, I
good.
loved the N64. It was such a good console for friends and stuff. Like having four ports on the front changed the world. Like
Right,
being
and
able to
also
play with so
it,
many different people.
and it seemed so like, especially when it came out, it seemed so like so big, right? You had these games
Revolutionary,
that were,
yeah.
yeah, they were finally 3D, Banjo Kazooie, and I remember I think the first games that we had, I think we got our 360. I mean, sorry, Nintendo 64 pretty late.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
in terms of when other people got theirs, but we had the Donkey Kong 64 version that was lime green, the see-through.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
so we
Oh,
had
that's a
Donkey Kong
nice one.
64 with it. We had Kirby Land, or I don't know if it's called. It might have been called Kirby 64, but where you kind of sucked up the different
Oh yeah,
elements and then you
yeah.
could combine them and they'd make different powers.
Yep.
Um, but um, but yeah, no, a lot of fun. I love that console.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I get my I don't know, my competitiveness comes from that. I feel like in games. Oh man, because growing up with two older brothers, we played like GoldenEye and we played Mario Kart 64 and all those kind of games where it's just like super competitive. What seemed like all the time,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from those days. So the main topic: depression, anxiety, and gaming. Um, do you use gaming as an outlet for your gaming or for your depression, your anxiety? Do you feel
Oh,
like you use it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, especially within regards to anxiety, I feel like it's just a good way to um, sometimes get social
Yeah.
without
Oh,
having
yeah.
to really be social in a sense. And I deal with a lot of stage fright and public speaking issues. And it's funny how on Twitch it does definitely translates a little bit differently. I think maybe
Oh, yeah.
not seeing people and you know um, I don't know. It's just a little bit different. At least it feels different.
It definitely feels different. It allows you to be open and not really see the reaction of people, I guess, is the thing about it, which is nice. I mean, you get to see them type in chat, but most of the time they're rooting for you if they're there for you. like
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty quick to kind of, you know, start building that community of people that that care for you, and
yeah.
and also too, one of my favorite things I think about um, making friendships on nice, um, making the friendships on the internet is too is you get a really great um, base for knowledge of that person. You see their inside first,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so you eventually do get to maybe see their face and stuff. But maybe it's a little bit different from the viewer's point of view. They obviously see me right off the bat, but I mean, for me,
Right.
I get to kind of learn personalities. I get to get a really good. What I feel like understanding of this person before I get to choose if I want to know more about them or
Right. Yeah.
um
That's very
so
true.
it's kind of it's just a little
That's an
different.
interesting take on that. Yeah, I didn't even realize that yeah, we'd get to learn their personalities way before learning who they are and what they look like and yeah. And that's why we see people we love chat. Like I love my chat when my chat is flowing and people are just sitting there enjoying it. And I know you do too cuz I've watched a lot of your streams. That that you get into it and you enjoy the people and you recognize who's in and it's just I don't know. We get to learn their personalities way before you learn who they are. But because we have discords and we can post photos of who people are and stuff like that, who the animals are mainly is what we do. We love
Yeah, and
animals.
and I think too that there's just there are obviously some trolls. Nice, nice. There
Yeah,
are
that
some
was
trolls in
beautiful.
life, and there's a
Yeah,
lot on Twitch. But I think for the most part, people generally go where they want to go, and where they feel like they can be a part of something. Community is such a big thing. It's and it helps
yeah,
so many people that are struggling with things like anxiety and depression. So
and that's why I wanted to do this whole thing is to help those people with anxiety and give them a place and understand that the streamer you're watching is probably dealing with some kind of anxiety or depression or a mixture of both um and realize that they're not alone in it because that's where I struggled the most was I felt super alone in depression and anxiety. I didn't realize there were a bunch of other people out in the world that did it or that had anxiety and had depression. Um, and as I got into the gaming world, it opened up a lot and made me start to realize, oh, well, that person's acts a lot like me, and they struggle with the same kind of thing I'm struggling with. Um, and so yeah, it definitely the gaming community has helped a lot. Um, who are some of the biggest friends that you've kept? I know you play WoW, right? So you probably
Yeah.
have made some like really old friends that have stuck around for quite a while. Um,
Oh yeah. I mean, I have a group of friends that I played WoW with since I was, geez, I was 15. So I mean, I've known people. I mean, some people I've known longer than most of my physical relationships.
yeah, that's
In life.
so awesome.
So um, yeah, I mean, there's a core group of people, about 5 to 10, kind of off and on, who kind of show up and go, but that I've known and played games with for a very, very long time. Um, but I didn't know if you want specifics, but specific names,
Yeah,
but yeah, but yeah, I mean, like people like, you'll see on my channel, Jar, Jules DeLufa, there's Kerbals or Kivakun, there's so many people. I mean, there's some people that are newer too, like Hyperplato or Keone are kind of newer people. J Flood, obviously, I've gamed with him for a really long time throughout multiple games.
yeah,
And
J
then
Flood's definitely one.
yeah, and then here through streaming, I've made a lot of friends too that I anticipate I will know for a really long time, that have been
Yeah,
super close, and some that have become my mods and become just some just really good, kind people that I can turn to when I need advice, or when I feel like I'm struggling to learn something new. I feel like they can help me understand, and just help me grow as a person too. It's been really nice.
yeah, it's nice to have those people that feel like you know that they go through something similar. So, um, does your family know you struggle with depression or anxiety?
So I know a couple of my siblings definitely do.
Okay,
And I imagine my mom definitely does as well. Um, and my dad, I'm sure he does, and he cares a lot, but he's a military man. I mean, he's like the sweetest man in the world. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say that he doesn't necessarily know or anything like that. I guess it's just something that I've
he
never really
doesn't
talked to him
quite
about.
understand fully.
Well, he definitely would understand, but it's just
Okay,
he's just somebody that, like, I wouldn't necessarily choose to talk to about these things. Just
gotcha. Yeah,
just I don't know.
yeah,
It's always
you.
just been something. If I was going to talk to someone about that, I mean, between one of my parents, it'd probably be my mom. So
Yeah,
um, like,
yeah,
especially
I
too,
definitely feel that.
when I came out to my parents too. My mom was the first one, and then um, uh, told my dad after, and my mom kind of reacted the way that I expected. But my dad definitely surprised me a little with um,
Accepting.
yeah, I didn't think he'd not accept it, but I just thought
Oh,
I just didn't know. He's, like I said, he's a military man. He comes from he's from Louisiana, and just kind of has always been kind of just a um I don't know. I mean, I guess I didn't give enough credit in terms of what I thought his reaction
people
would be, but
understanding. Yeah,
he was very, very, very kind and very quick to just say just what my mom had said too, which is that they just want me to be happy and healthy, and they love me no matter what, kind of thing. So
that's
um
awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome that they understood so quickly. Because it's always a scary moment to be like, "Hey, this is what this is," and they go, "Oh, okay." Like for them to just be like, "Yeah, do you?" It's a nice feeling for sure. Um,
but yeah,
but
as
yeah,
far
I
as
agree
depression and
that
things like that, I know my mom definitely deals with some
okay,
similar things too, probably, and again, not something that we have talked about too much, but
right? You just kind of
um
know, like people with anxiety or depression know when somebody else is kind of dealing with it. Like you can kind of read it on some people, wear it on their sleeve, basically. Um,
mhm.
Not everyone does. A lot of people are really, really good at hiding it, and yeah, they can just. Oh, there's a score.
Nice.
Um, yeah, there are some people out there with that suffer from anxiety or depression, and they can hide it really, really well. But then I think that's why Twitch works so well and our side of Twitch works so well is like people with anxiety kind of wear it on their sleeve and they kind of own it and it attracts more people that are similar and that are struggling with similar things and that's what I love about it. I love our communities that just like support each other no matter what. Like
Right.
it's so fantastic. And I feel like that's what you get in your core group of friends, in your gaming friends, is that support of them going through something similar and if they're not going through it currently, they've been through something similar and they can be like, "Hey, you know what? It's going to be okay at the end of the day." And you're like, "Yeah, all right. You know what? You went through it. It's going to be okay."
Right.
So, it's all that support. I think that's all it really comes down to is just support. Support is so nice when you have it. And I think that's what people come to Twitch for as well, is that support. They Let's get this kickoff. There we go. They come to Twitch to find people who are similar to them. Some people come to watch like the best in the world of a speedrunner or a um a first time playthrough if they can't afford the game or something along those lines. I know there have been multiple times where I can't afford a game and so instead of buying the game, I'll just watch it on Twitch and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I kind of got the same like I wouldn't have made the same choices, but I kind of got the same reward out of watching the game." The Last of Us was that way. I was a little broke when The Last of Us came
Oh
out and
goodness, I've heard so many things I've never played or watched, but I think
yeah,
on
it's
that
so
note
good.
too, something that I really enjoy about watching streams on Twitch is that it takes away kind of um a part of social anxiety for me, which is that like my body cues when I'm in person with somebody and I'm having a hard time struggling just to, even just chat one on one with somebody, or if I feel like they're getting anxious and then all of a sudden it's something I'm feeding off of,
Right.
and it's making me anxious in turn. I think and watching on streams and especially sitting in a community that's really great, for instance, that kind of like just has good vibes, feels good. Someone's playing a game, enjoying themselves, or the streamer seems like they're enjoying themselves and they're not being anxious. People can't pick up on those things, and so whenever I do start to feel like I'm having I'm having a hard time, but I start to question if people want me around, or if they're purposely ignoring things I say or things like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel the same when I'm watching on a stream because I don't have to even worry about those things. I can just kind of, I can just sit and enjoy the
And
show.
exist. Yeah.
Yeah, just exist, and
Nice setup.
oh, this poor team, dude.
I know, 9-1. For those of you listening to this, we are currently winning really well. 9-1. It's going great.
Yeah,
Sometimes playing like games like this where I'm playing very mindlessly and just enjoying somebody's company because like I play GTA 5 offline with a friend and man, some of those times are my favorite like moments of my day where it's just like I get to unwind from work. And I use stream that way too. If I've had a bad day at work, um I will come home and I will sometimes I won't turn on my webcam, but I'll just jump on and play a couple games of Dead by Daylight or something. And yeah, I feel like chat always helps. Do you feel that your chat always helps like if you've had a rough day or do you try to stay away from streaming if you've had a bad day?
I don't know. It kind of depends. I think I can only think of one instance recently where I was kind of having a rough day in particular, and I opted for no camera, just because
Okay.
again, people couldn't really see the cues, and sometimes it makes it worse when people are like, "Hey, what's wrong? What's going on?" Like sometimes
Right, that
you don't want
attention.
the support, and you don't want the somebody to talk you through it. Sometimes you just want to, um, just feel it out, and I think that for me, I there are definitely times where if I'm feeling something that I can't feel like I can get through personally by myself, I do reach out to people, and I think I'm fairly good about that. But I don't think that there's anything wrong too with not reaching out to people. I think I know myself really well, and
Yeah.
I think that sometimes you have friends that you need to worry about, and sometimes you have friends that go through a lot too that you don't need to worry about. I like to think that I'm the latter, and
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes it's good for me to just kind of deal with it on my own. And sometimes, and then it manifests in lots of different ways. Sometimes it's overstimulation, and I shut down from chat, and I just need to take a break immediately. Or
Yeah.
sometimes, I just get really irritated by little things that maybe shouldn't bother me that are, but I can't let slide anymore for the moment, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel that.
Take things in at a glance, but sometimes you have to just distance yourself, or I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. Yeah, I use streaming like I the other night I definitely streamed. I was in a really bad mood and I didn't want to stream cuz I was like there's like I'm not going to have a good night on stream. I'm just going to like be on there and not talk and then as soon as I launched and like loaded everything up, I my mood changed. Like Bubbles jumped into chat and a couple other people jumped into chat and just started talking. And it made the day so much better, like so quickly. Oh no. There we go. It made the day so much better so quickly that I can now use streaming um as an outlet to change my mood. And there's quite a few things that I do to offset my mood, like take a bath or go fishing or like just go outside and take a couple deep breaths, that kind of thing. That I will do if I can feel myself getting into a mood. And yeah, so streaming is now added to that, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I just wondered if you use that as well. Um, What's the best thing that's come from your anxiety or depression that you didn't realize in the moment, but you realized afterwards?
Um, I definitely think that it's.
Oh no,
I don't
that's
know.
a bad.
I mean, that's an interesting question for sure. I think that it's hard to feel like good things come from it. But other than, I definitely bonded with some people that maybe I didn't anticipate that I'd bond with, and made some really
Yeah,
strong friendships
yeah,
um, around kind of a shared belief, approach towards life, and just something that we both mutually deal with.
yeah. That I think in the moment it's really hard to see through the clouds, basically, so to say. Um, but then on the other side, you're like, oh my goodness, a great friendship came out of that, or like oh, that was an
Nice.
amazing goal.
Oh yeah.
um, an amazing friendship came out of that, or like I had a couple really good games, or I had a really nice talk with someone who I wouldn't have normally had a talk with, um, or I slept a little bit longer than I would normally, or something along those lines. Like it's sometimes hard to see in the moment those silver linings, but then you look back on it and actually think about it and can kind of count your oh my uh be like, oh yeah, that was actually a net good rather than a net neutral or a
Right.
negative. So um so just again, we're 34 minutes in. We're I'm gonna have you introduce yourself for those people just joining in with us.
Yeah, 1 second, playing defense here. So, I'm gonna hit it big here. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, I
Oh.
missed. I missed. My name's Boozin. Ben Boozin, whatever you want to call me, but I stream variety games on Twitch, and my focus is horror and DBD.
Yeah.
But we focus on community, and I'd like to say mental health and um. Oh,
You got it. You
this
got
game's
it.
intense. This game is so intense.
Yeah.
This one's like the only one we haven't been just destroying them. So, oh,
Yeah.
never mind, that could change now. But yeah, human cat dad. And the Dad Bod Squad is scrappy horny, and we love anything and all things food.
Oh yes, food. Did you ever, speaking of food, did you ever use food as an outlet for your anxiety or depression?
Oh, absolutely. I think that food is one of those kind of like it's the constant in life in terms of like a oh, I missed.
Oh, that was close.
It's one of those constant kind of feel good things,
Yeah. Yep.
we talk about self-care a lot in our community, um and I don't think that it's reserved to just talking to somebody about something you're feeling, or taking a
Right.
shower, or I think that sometimes for me self-care manifests in buying myself something that I really want, that always makes me feel good, a nice coffee,
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite burrito place, or just
Ooh,
something, you know so I think that food is something that for me especially is something I use to help cope with feelings of
that's
anxiety and depression.
that's nice. I really want an iced coffee right
Oh, I literally, I'm sipping one right now. Uh,
now.
I definitely woke up and I was like, you know what, I need to do this for myself. So I got myself a nice cold brew from Starbucks, and
That's awesome. Yeah, go you. I should have thought of that. I ordered Domino's today and ordered my favorite couple things off their menu, so
yes,
yeah, I definitely did it too. Um yeah, I use food less now than I used to. Um and I don't know, I didn't like it at first because I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get bigger off this." But I think it comes in moderation. I think everything comes in moderation. We need to score here to in this game. Can you put it in?
no,
Okay, it's all good. Um, Everything in moderation is healthy and good, and so yeah, I think I tried to avoid it for so long because of the speculation around it, or the mood around it for a lot of people. Oof.
yes, let's
Nice. Good
go.
job. Good job. Good goal. Um and so I think now I'm starting to use food appropriately for coping, where I'm just buying myself a piece of candy or a treat and not abusing it as much as I was, which is a lot healthier than what I was doing,
Yeah,
which is nice. Um
think it's important too to find those things that there's things that you can consider a treat and that you feel like a treat and a break from kind of the normal food, but are really healthy for you. So I think that sometimes too those kind of things have helped me, where I find like
Iced
like a
coffee
nice
sounds so
savor.
good. I am literally over here dying. I'm about to order
Mhm.
one from Starbucks for DoorDash.
Do it, do it.
It's so funny. I'm actually going to as well.
Mm. Love myself a good coffee. Bean juice tastes like chocolate, make me go fast.
Yes, exactly. Um, so what other coping mechanisms do you use besides gaming and streaming and those kind of things? I know you have a cat, so do you use your animals as an outlet for coping?
um, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I definitely, go to my cat whenever my cat being around sometimes is, will help me when I'm sad, or, sometimes it's a nice little snuggle or things like that. But I don't think I use my animals as a coping mechanism so
Okay.
much. I think another big thing for me was music,
Ah,
particularly singing.
yes. Yes.
I used to sing kind of just as like oh,
I got.
a nervous tick of sorts. But then it started to become something that I did often and prided myself on, and I focused on getting better at. And so, um, and then when I got a little bit older, um, I got used to. Oh dang. When I got a little bit older and I started really like playing out with music. and writing music, I found that writing was a really great tool for me to
Oh
kind
no.
of.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, nice save. Woo!
Writing
Got that out
music
of
was a
there.
really great tool for me because I don't talk about my depression. I rarely talk about my depression, but I talk about my social anxiety quite a bit.
Yeah,
But I found that through writing music, I could let people in
a
the
little bit
amount that I
easier.
wanted to. Well, yeah, the
Oh
amount that I
yeah,
wanted to,
okay.
but I could let people in, but not in completely. And then also too, I could make the song seem like I could write a song and you think it's about love or something, but
Right.
really I'm talking about something else. So I found that writing music was a really big outlet for me, and I was able to talk about a lot of things that I don't talk to people about, and
That's really
it felt
cool.
like a weight off my chest, and especially to playing it out directly back when I was playing a lot of music. There's a year I think we played like 70 something shows in a year,
Oh wow.
and we weren't obviously not like famous musicians or anything, but we played on stage and got a lot of stage time, and um, we were actually playing music, live. So
Yeah, that's
I got
awesome.
to bring that message about me to people directly, in a direct, indirect way, talking about these things that plague me a little bit, and it
That's really
felt
awesome.
and generally too your feedback was positive, so I felt like that was really important too, and that I was letting people know these kind of things that felt really negative about myself that I dealt with, that were very heavy, and getting a positive reaction to it was really, I think, um, really big for me. um,
Yeah, that's really awesome. That is really awesome. I
I think I
I use
shot that in.
music as an outlet, and I actually just started. Um, is that Jayla Ray from TikTok? What? In my channel? Huh? No, no way, no way. But anyways, talk about nerves. I actually just started writing music.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for the follow, Jayla Ray. Welcome to the Cat Pack. Um, yeah, I mean, just messing around. So I just messing around, writing a little bit of songs, and yeah, just felt like it was, and it's an outlet, just like you said, it's an outlet for playing music. Really helps my stage fright. Like, I'm a dog trainer and I talk in front of people all day long. But when it comes to singing, I used to sing in like choir and I sang the national anthem and stuff like that at the Pacers game one year. Um, but I have really bad stage fright when it comes to singing. And writing songs lately has been, yeah, it's been really nice to try and help with that stage fright, because I've been doing it on VR chat. So people can't really see me when they're doing it. And yeah, it's kind of nice to be anonymous but also be heard. So I think that's what you have with your who just followed? Uh
Oh,
is that Sarin? Ah, I can't focus on too many things at once. My brain is flooding right now. But yeah, it's been really nice. I actually sent one of the songs I've been working to I think a person in chat. Hopefully they're in chat. Um, and yeah, it was just a very meaningful, and it meant different to me than what it meant to them. Um, because what they took out of it was different, and I think that's what you were saying with, like, you get to show people your side of things, and they get to interpret it how they want to, and you get to interpret it a little bit differently, which is really cool.
mm-hmm.
um yeah, let's talk about your Dead by Daylight community and how crazy and how big that has gotten and how awesome that community is with like Spaghetti Goddess and Malmoth and J Flood. Well, J Flood's one of the older ones. He's from WoW, I believe, originally.
No, so I think mm, I guess I'm trying to think of when I first met J Flood. I know so I used to play a lot of PUBG. I have more hours in PUBG than I do in DBD actually.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so I
Okay.
played a lot with him there. It might have been WoW when I first met him, but I think we really um or maybe even League of Legends actually could have been League. But
Oh.
I think we became friends more than just like acquaintances playing PUBG. And then since then have become a lot closer. I want to say in this past, year and a half,
Okay.
playing WoW, playing, I'm on the walls here.
There we go.
Nice. I was stuck on the wall. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I never anticipated streaming to be like, I just thought, I game all the time. Why not put it out there? And,
Yeah.
definitely been, I'm definitely fortunate to say that for some reason, people like me.
For
I've,
some reason,
no, really,
you
no,
have a
well,
great personality.
like,
What are you talking about?
I make friends easier than I think I should, given the amount of social anxiety that I have. And people, I think people in my personal life would tell you that I have a lot of friends, which is really great. And again, I'm very fortunate for that. But I always just feel like first, like, there's I just thought maybe, maybe that translate into Twitch. Maybe, I'll make friends easy here as well.
Right.
And we can, maybe do something more with something that I love so much, gaming. And so sure enough, um, I started off, I got affiliate really quick, but then I took a big break. I didn't really stream at all.
Same. You
Um, and
same.
then about a year ago, I started going really, really hard into streaming, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. I got a nice computer.
Hi,
I
Brick.
really thought about the setup. At the time, my boyfriend was really helping a lot with the stream, and he was helping with overlays and cool things like that. And I was like, um, like this is like super cool. I'm gonna get into this really hard. And well, I guess the boyfriend thing came a little bit later after that, um, but yeah, so I started going really hard into it, and I think, um, you know, a raid in particular brought some of these people that you see regularly in my stream
Yeah.
uh, to my channel, and it kind of jump started the growth. I feel like we were definitely we're moving along. We were making new friends, but I think these kind of core people that are from like Jason's chat, Jason Sully,
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
formed a lot of my a lot of the community's core
Core.
members.
Yeah.
um I think that really jump started it, and then all of a sudden, we just I feel like it's been flying away, and now I definitely see other streamers that are moving a lot quicker, for instance, in their growth. But I think that this growth has been something that I never would have anticipated. Like it's just been so cool to meet so many amazing people that are like-minded. I feel like we're building a community of really strong, um,
Really
really just
awesome
kind
people.
people that are
Yeah.
welcoming, and I
I
think it's just been a lot of fun, a lot of talented
that's
people, a lot of beautiful people too. I mean, oh my god,
yeah.
have you
Oh
seen?
my god.
Oh my god.
Speaking of beautiful people, Brick is in chat. um but yeah, no, I love your community. It's why I spend so much time in your community, and why I spend like there'll be days where I'm having a bad day, so I don't stream myself, but I will come and hang out in your chat, and I won't even type. Like I'm there, but I'm not even typing. Um and that's how rough the day has been for me, but like your community is still there, and it's really nice to listen to, and it's just I don't know. There's something about good people bringing good people, and I think you're good people, and you bring a
Oh,
lot of good people around, which
I
is
appreciate that. We
yeah.
I do believe that good people find good people, and uh Twitch is absolutely amazing for that, because again, we kind of get to experience people a little bit differently, and people
Yep.
feel really safe on the internet to be who they truly
Yes. Oh
are, which
yeah.
is really really a fantastic thing, and it's something that I hope that maybe one day we can normalize. And outside of the internet is being just so completely open
True.
and comfortable and true to
Yeah.
who you are.
Yep.
And I think that well, another great thing about the internet obviously is the accessibility and the reach that you have. You reach so many
Allywog, thank you for
people.
the follow.
You reach so many people that you never would have imagined have the same um you know
Interests as you,
same
and
interests, and
yeah.
are looking for the same thing. Like, maybe that community seems really niche and small, but when you go on the internet, it's an army waiting for you to join it. And it's just really cool.
Yeah. Um yeah, I never expected. So when I started streaming on Twitch, I did it mainly just because I was like, okay, I'm playing video games every night anyways. I can have a couple of my friends like hang out with me, and like we used to watch each other play games anyways, so what's what's why not do it in on the internet? Um and so I never expected it to be able to, like, I just hit 200, or I'm at 199 apparently, according to my tracker the on my overlay. I'm at 199. I will hit 200 followers in this hopefully this hour. Um but that's crazy to think that 200 people are like, "Hey, you're cool enough to want to hang out with." And I know you just hit what, 1.2k,
Yeah, so
something around there.
we're about 13.5 right now.
Oh my goodness, even higher than I thought. Yeah, and I feel like it was just yesterday you did your 1000k stream.
Oh, I mean, I think, you know, going towards the end of the year, we had the goal, obviously, of hitting 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and then we ended up kind of, I wouldn't say like, I mean, not necessarily shattering it, but before December was over,
Yeah.
we had already hit it, right? So very beginning of December, so super excited about that. But then I think after that, and I think over time it makes sense, right? The more followers you have, generally your viewer count average goes up if you're retaining viewers, and all of a sudden you're seeing a little bit more, and people are definitely more likely to check out a channel that has viewers, right? And see what
Right.
it's about and give you a chance, which is just is such a big thing because people don't really know. I mean, your favorite person might be streaming for 0 people right now. Like the person that
Exactly.
you were gonna like literally just absolutely have to watch every day, it's probably out there. They're
Oh,
probably just
nice
not
shot.
streaming for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's
so
crazy.
so it's really cool to like, that's why I love checking out the suggested. That's why I love rating when I can, and just kind of finding, you find so many new amazing people. But um
That's actually how I found
uh
you. Was somebody rated their channel over to your channel, and yeah, and then I was like, "Oh my god. This this person needs to be, like, I need to be friends with this person." Is as soon as you started talking and hanging out, and like just your personality, I was like, "I need to be friends with this person. There is no way I can continue and not try to be friends with this person." As weird as that sounds, like, it may sound a little weird, but it was like, yeah, I want to play games with this person. They have a really awesome personality. You are very actually similar to my personality, I feel like. Um, and it's nice to be able to be a little weird with someone who like gets it. Like,
right.
y- on that same level as you. And it's kind of hard for me. I don't always find it. Thank you, Jay Lorray. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that follow and you sticking around. For those of you who are new to the channel, every Sunday we do Cat Chat Sunday, where we are interviewing different streamers. Last week we did Mossiman. He's a voice actor and he plays horror games. He's part of the Platinum Squad, which Platinum for gaming is one of his streamer friends. And this week we have Boozin. Boozin is a Dead by Daylight variety streamer who enjoys horror. And yeah, how do you sign up? Oh, you are definitely already on the list to ask for who to be a part of it. Yeah, you were definitely already on the list. So, but we talk about our gaming experiences, our anxiety, our depression, and how gaming has helped us through those depressing or anxiety-ridden moments, and yeah, just building that community. The goal is to do this project for 2 years. And then the first year is interviewing streamers. And then the second year is going back and re-interviewing those same streamers and seeing where they are now. And so, yeah, yeah, thank you. I'm excited to see where we can go with it. And I'm excited to see where a lot of these streamers end up. Like Mossiman, is a really awesome person who he just released his first voice acting demo. So I'm excited to see where his career is going to take him, because that's what his passion is and that's where he wants to lead to. Boozin has been growing like crazy on not only Twitch, but also on TikTok, has been starting to go up and up and up. And yeah, I'm excited to see where these people end up. Alpha Cardia's on our list to interview. She will be soon. I don't remember exactly when. I need to still ask her. She said she would do it. She just need to come up with the date. But yeah, I'm so glad you got me into Dead by Daylight. I'm not even joking. Like, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do. Honestly, I don't enjoy playing Survivor at all.
Oh, really?
At all.
Well, that's so good though, because the game needs more killer mains. But I love Dead by Daylight. It's such a fun game, and it's it satisfies the instant gratification needs of a quick paced turn, not turn game, but a round based game.
Yeah.
And it's just cool because I think at a certain point, everyone's on a very level playing field in terms of like what's available to them, right? You can't really buy anything that gives you an edge. You can just get cosmetics, which
Right.
I mean, look and fierce can be a competitive edge sometimes.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
But look good, feel good, play good. So I just think it's such a fun game, and I would recommend it to anybody. And yes, if you enjoy being on the defensive, because the attackers are definitely the survivors, then I would recommend it to anybody to check out Killer. Sorry.
No, you're good. I love it. Yep.
Clinch.
That's part of this. That's part of this, is playing games while we do this, and because we're doing exactly what this whole stream is about, is playing games and enjoying friendship. And save that. Nice. Yeah, and I don't know why I don't enjoy Survivor. Like, maybe because I don't have, like, you have a really good Magic Mike Mondays. Oh my goodness, guys! If you have never seen a Magic Mike Monday, you need to go, or a Shady Wednesday. Ooh, you need to go over to Boozin's stream and check those out, because those are the funniest nights. I will sit with the drink and just laugh my butt off for the full stream. It's just so funny. Some nights are shadier than others. Some nights are more like caring than others. It just depends on who's in chat and who's got their spicy pants on that night, for sure.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I think the energy definitely varies a lot.
Which is refreshing and nice, in all honesty.
Yeah, definitely. I think that low energy can be kind of tough to deal with sometimes, for me personally. Yeah. In terms of like staying engaged myself too, and kind of providing content. Also too, I think that the energy is something, going back to the overarching theme here, is I think that the energy is something that can help me mask when I am feeling
for
a bit
sure,
out of sorts.
For sure. And I think chat does a really good job of that. When I'm in my chat, like, I feel like my chat does a really good job of noticing when I'm maybe talking less and focusing more on the game or anything like that, and they'll perk up and be like, "Hey, go in this and do this and this and this and this," and it will, like, chat will start flowing again, and then my energy instantly goes up. Bubbles is really good at noticing that kind of thing, and we'll just start typing like crazy for like 5 minutes, and it allows me to refocus my energy when I feel that moment of slipping where I'm like, like I'm just like not having a good game or something along those lines, and yeah, that energy's dying a little bit. Because I stream most of the time after
Oh,
doing 4 or 5 dog training classes, so I freaking am energetic all day. Um, where like I have to be on because it's customer service. It's like you're giving someone a product, which that product is me. Ah, tried to save it. That product
close.
is me. In dog training classes, it's not much different than Twitch. That product is me training their dog, and yeah, they're there to get the dog trained. But most of dog training is training the human how to train the dog, and so most of them choose the trainer's personality over anything else. And not to sound conceited or anything, but I have the highest dog training sales in our district with the company I'm with. Um,
Oh, nice.
yeah. And
Oh,
so,
oh, is that a goal? Yes, it is.
oh,
The long shot.
nice. Um, so it's really, people are there for you. And I think that's Twitch as well. People are there for you. And but we're here for you guys. We're here for chat. Like I am 99% of the time I'm here for chat. I want
Right.
to enjoy the people that are there. I want to enjoy um what's going on. If I'm going to play a game to like be good at the game, I'm going to play it offline and I'm not going to probably stream it. Although you're good enough at Dead by Daylight to stream it and be ranked number 1 killer and survivor, which is awesome.
It's. Oh no! No!
Oh, so
Wow.
close.
No! I feel bad for them.
That's overtime. The score
Um,
is tied, so we have to go into overtime.
they were about to score. I feel so.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
GG's.
There it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that feeling of chat's energy. I want to play games with people more often on stream. Like when I started streaming, I streamed Fall Guys with Mossiman a lot. And feeding off of each other's energy is always super nice. And so yeah, I can kind of get how if somebody else is not having a great day. Hey Nelson Tilt, how's it going? If somebody else is not having the greatest of days, hey, I think that hits our 200 follower goal. Yes,
Hey,
it
congrats.
does. Yay! 200 followers. That's crazy to think. Oh
Hype,
my
hype, hype.
goodness. Hype, hype, hype. I appreciate all of you. We are doing a podcast actually right now. So we are just playing Rocket League just as a background to what the actual point of this is, which is the chat. But yeah, like 200 people follow me to watch and enjoy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. I
That's a
can't.
good feeling. Congrats, man.
It's it's crazy to think. I Elise, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. We need to play more games more together, Boozin. I saw that hunt game that you were playing. I kind of want to
Oh,
try that.
oh, it's a lot of
Uh-oh.
fun. I'm
Is it?
low key addicted.
Yeah. Good.
Not even low key. Actually, I'm high key addicted. It's very it's very real. It's just so fun. It's very unforgiving, which is nice in the
Yeah.
sense that it's
Oh, you?
frustrating, but also very rewarding when you do some just some cool stuff. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It's get it. There we go. Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of it. How many players can you play with? Is it just 2 or is it 4 or Hey,
so it's
you
up to 3.
Oh, okay.
Up to 3 players on your little squad. But what's the button to focus camera back?
Spacebar.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect timing.
So
Yeah, 3 people
Yeah,
on
I
your
mean,
squad.
up to 3 people, which is fun. It's a little trio, but no, yeah, I definitely would recommend it. It's again, like I said, it's very unforgiving. Like a good shot to the chest or the head will kill you, right? There's no like um, it's
No
realistic in that
second joint
sense.
chance, yeah.
Yeah, but it's fast paced. It's PVE and PvP, and it's got a nice little like Van Helsing feel to it. Monsters, but old timey, Wild West kind of feel. You're
Yeah.
in the swamp, the bayou, so it's cool, man. I definitely would recommend it to anybody. It's a lot of fun.
So, what games are you looking forward to that are coming out?
I actually do not keep an eye on games that are out there. I kind of rely on other people for those kind of things.
Okay. Okay.
Because you just hear people talking about it, the hype and things like that. I'm also somebody who generally I fall into things that feel comfortable. I don't
Yeah.
really variety streaming is definitely a newer thing for me. Like
Okay.
I'm a stream. I played exclusively Dead by Daylight on stream for a while. And I just I kind of I think that's something too that a comfort game, less
Yeah.
anxiety, things like that. I feel
Yeah.
more in control, and and I want to
Know
be
what's
good.
going
I'm
on.
I'm a person who generally is. I tell Dan, my boyfriend, all the time. He laughs. I'm someone who's generally good at everything. But I'm not necessarily great at anything, right? But I
Yeah.
am like
No, I
I
feel
pick
that.
everything up really quickly. I play a lot of sports. I'm really good at. And I just feel like I generally pick things up pretty quickly and will do okay no matter what I'm doing. But I really want to be great, and I feel like
Yeah.
um, I want to be really good at the things that I'm playing. Oh,
I hope that
that
might
could
go
be a
in.
goal.
Oh,
Oh
he blew you up.
no. I'm somebody who focuses a lot on being good at the things that I'm doing, trying to fine tune them. Um,
Yeah.
and
Ben is number one
yeah,
esports gamer. Thank you, Sketty.
yes, I'm esports gamer. Yes, no, esports. Oh, nice shot. Oh,
Oh, nice save though. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I also am a person who picks something up and I'm not the best at it, but like I am better than the average person at whatever I pick up. Um it kind of sounds like feels bad saying that, but it like anytime I pick up a new sport, or I used to ride BMX semi-professionally, um and so like yeah, I get that feeling 100%. I understand that. And I always strive to be the best, but I never got to be the best. I feel like something always got in the way of being a little bit better than what I was. Ooh, didn't see you coming up.
no, no worries. You're
Um,
good. You're good.
yeah, and like BMX was something I pursued for over 15 years of my life. I lived out in Pennsylvania for 7 years at a action sports camp called Woodward, and I trained out there all the time. I taught kids out there on how to ride a bicycle and how to do backflips on bicycles and things like that. And so yeah, I always wanted to be like a big name pro and be the best rider in the world and stuff like that. And I worked really hard at it, never got there, and was like, okay. And then I got hurt really bad and decided to take a break from it. And I still ride every now and then, but not nearly like I was. I was riding every single day for 8 to 12 hours a day at the like peak of everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I miss it so much. I was actually just talking to someone about it today. They just started rock climbing, and we were comparing it uh, to my BMX career, because they were struggling with an anxiety attack. They got up on the wall and they literally froze from an anxiety attack on the wall. And she was like, "How did you deal with this, like, during your BMX stuff? Like, I know you had to, like, because I did. Like, if I was having a bad day, I would go out and ride, but like learning new tricks was really anxiety inducing, and because if you fall, the consequences are huge. Like some of the
Right.
jumps I jumped were like 90 feet. Um, and so if you fell, you were really gonna get hurt. And to send brand new tricks over that was you'd lock up at the top of the ramp a lot of times, if you
Hmm.
weren't in the right mindset. And so yeah, we just sat and talked about how to get over that anxiety. And yeah, when I was riding a lot, I used a lot of music. Like I would use metal that I couldn't understand the lyrics, but I could feel the beat, and would just hype myself up to the moon and be like, "All right, here we go. We're gonna do this," and just send like a double backflip or a double tail whip or something along those lines. Um, and yeah, a lot of times because your body knows what to do. Like your body, when you've done a sport or you've done something, your body uh, learns muscle memory, and so you just
Yeah.
have to shut your brain off enough to do it. And that's the same with like you playing Dead by Daylight. I'm sure your body knows exactly what to do, and you don't even have to think about it. And that's why it is a comfort game, is because you don't think about it anymore. You can just enjoy chat and enjoy the moments in it. Whoop. And
Yeah, I think with Survivor especially, you kind of like when people ask me how you look behind you. I mean, it's kind of like you don't know necessarily how to tell somebody. You have to do it and
right.
actively think about how you would tell somebody to do it while you do it. Killer's different. I don't feel as comfortable in Killer. Obviously I can play Survivor pretty well and talk to chat just fine.
Oh yeah.
But on Killer side, I kind of neglect chat a little bit because I'm still not super comfortable in the movements, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit different when you're focusing on what's in front of you instead of behind, if that makes sense. In DVD, like you're constantly just looking at what's behind you because generally
Right.
you're in chase, or at least for me, that's my favorite
Yeah.
part of the game
Yeah.
is to be chased. So, um, um, I think that
Nice save.
for Killer, you're focused on following this person that's trying to avoid you.
Right.
Um, and so
You have to focus a little bit harder.
yeah, it's just a different game.
Yep.
People don't realize that it's DVD, but it's still like Killer and Survivor are completely different games.
Ah, I missed it. Yeah. Where I'm the opposite. So you forced me to play forced me. No, you forced me to play Killer. But I fell in love with it, and like almost instantly. And we had that training session where you taught me a little bit more about it, and that really really helped. Um but now I feel like I could play Huntress and not even really look at the screen. Like I can predict where my shots are going to land really well. Um I've hit some crazy hatchets. If you go to my TikTok, you guys can see some of the crazy hatchet shots I've hit. I have another TikTok coming out soon. I just have to edit it and put it together. From one of the last streams we had. Man, there were some so good clips on that thing. Um, but yeah, so like I can do those while talking to chat, which is really really nice, and I kind of have that muscle memory or eyeball memory. Is it eyeball
Hmm.
memory? um, which is really cool. So yeah. Um, so what are your goals for streaming? What does the future for you ideally look like for streaming? Are
Yeah,
you
I mean,
looking to do it full time? Or what does it look like?
so if I had what I wanted, right, I would be streaming full time. It'd be my only job, and I'd also focus more on the content creation side of it. So um,
Oh.
oops, oh, that was you.
Yeah, I'm right
I
here.
would focus on not only that, but if I had the time to do it, I'd do my own editing. I would
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I never realized that it was possible to stream and it possibly be a living for me, and so
Right.
every day I stream, it becomes more and more a reality, and
Yeah, which is
it's
awesome.
it kind of has become um it's kind of become not a if it happens but when it happens kind of deal, which is what at least it feels like, which is really cool. But I still think it's a ways out. I think I
Right.
probably think that I'm uh a year and a half, 2 years before I can say that this is my job. So
Okay.
I don't, and that's still, I feel like, pretty ambitious for sure. So
Hopefully
um
the next time I have you on the podcast, which will be a year from now, is yeah, dude, we made it. We've done it. I do this full
yes.
time, cuz that would be yeah, I want to see people make their goals. I want people to that's part of anxiety and depression is setting goals for yourself and trying to push to achieve those. So I'm really rooting for everyone to push and meet their goals. Um, which yeah, I support your goals fully.
Thanks, man. I'm, here's hoping. I mean, if I could do that,
Right.
that'd be great. And it's again, it's just been so fun to meet so many like-minded people that are interested in the same thing, and that want to help create just a safe place for everybody to hang out and game. And there's been so much art and food and just so many amazing things that people have shared, which has just been really cool to
Yeah, your Discord
see.
is always awesome to look through and see what people are up to and what food they've cooked for that weekend or what art projects they've worked on. It's just so awesome. And that's what I'm trying to build with my Discord community. We'll slowly get there. Slowly. Uh
Oh,
oh
nice.
no. All you? Um
Just get it off of them for a second.
so back to the game. Excited for games coming out. Resident Evil 8 is coming out. Are you going to play it?
Oh, so I haven't played anything past the third one.
Okay. You
I
played
played
this third one on stream, yeah? Like not
I
too
played
long
the
ago.
second one. I played the
Oh,
second, the
second one.
remake.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I do have the third one remake to also play on stream.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
I'm definitely interested. It looks a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Um, and I'm definitely a screamer. But we'll see.
Yeah, your your Outlast stream was amazing.
Oh my goodness, it was so stressful.
Oh, it was so amazing though. It's exactly what I expected out of it and wanted out of it. It was so good. Um you need to play through Resident Evil 7 if you have not. Like I feel like it is definitely one worth playing. And if you can play it in VR, I think it would be even better.
Seven's in
Um
the house, right? With like the
yes.
deranged family or whatever.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's what I originally sent you clips of, I believe. Or did I send you an Outlast clip first? I don't remember.
Yeah, definitely got some Outlast clips from you.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out cuz I know you like horror games but aren't into the spooky horror games. There's a lot of suspense in that one. It's not always just jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. And but man, there's a couple good jump scares in there that I really just want to watch. I really want to watch you just squirm after them.
Goodness.
And I think that's why people watch some horror streamers is for those moments of like, oh god, I'm super uncomfortable and just like I'm really nervous about this and how you handle jump scares is just 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Goodness.
Mine are just
Goodness.
loud screams, like just ear piercing, like womanly yells, which is hilarious. Moss, we had on last week, he is a fighter. So anytime something scares him, he will try to punch or beat up whatever it is. And multiple times he has like hit at his monitor or that
Oh,
was so
nice.
close.
Nice
So
try.
close. Yeah, I've found it so funny watching Moss as well. You got two people's reactions. You got fight or flight, and we are both
Oh, yeah.
definitely flight.
Oh yeah, definitely flight for the most part.
I
Yeah,
want to
I'd say
say that I'm
so.
like big bad and like tough and be like, yeah, I'd take on anything. A ghost in the house, I'll take it on. But then I get scared of a video game and just like scream my head off, which is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I see. I'm a little different in real life though, in the fact that like things will, there'll be some spoopy things happening or whatever. But I
Yeah,
am generally
haunted
just like
microwave.
I'm like a generally walk over to that sound and see what it was. I believe
Yeah,
there's a logical reason for things usually, and I'm more interested in finding something that I can't explain than I am. Um,
yeah, scared of it.
yeah, so
Can you tell the story of the haunted microwave? I need to have
yes, so
documentation
I
of
had
the
a
haunted microwave.
microwave. I had a microwave at my last apartment that would start running by itself even when unplugged. And I thought that like I tried my best. Like first I thought unplugging it was like obviously there's some sort of power surge. It has power in there. It's running. There's some reason why. So I was like, I'll unplug it. The first time it ran unplugged, I was like, okay, well this is something's wrong, right? This is weird. And so again, I'm no, I don't make microwave ovens for a living. So I don't know exactly what was happening, but there has to be some sort of reason why something was, you know there's something in there malfunctioning that was turning the light on, that maybe some sort of during a power surge, like something's holding electricity somehow.
Charge,
I don't know,
yeah.
there has to be something. So I still believe that there is a logical reason, um but it is henceforth known as the haunted microwave. So it stayed when I moved. We left it there for sure.
I
Because
wish you would have taken it and kept it in the back of stream.
oh no, 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 no.
Keep that bad
Just in
juju out of
case.
here.
Just in case. I've seen too many movies. But yeah, the cat would go in there and meow at it sometimes, and I was just like, oh,
I love
like
it.
no, no, no.
Um, so I know we mentioned the cat thing earlier. So you don't use your cat as a huge coping mechanisms, but I used my dog. I used to have a poodle. That was like my emotional support animal, like fully. And it's hence why I have tattoos of paw prints on my shoulders. And that the sub chat or the sub badge is these actual same paw prints. Those are his paw prints. Um, yeah, dude, want to talk about something not helping depression? Oof, losing pets is not a fun one.
Yeah, that's a
Not
tough
at
one for
all.
sure.
Um, yeah, and I definitely turned to video games
Nice shot.
immediately afterwards, um, and spent as much time with my online friend group. At the time that I lost him, I was playing Dota with a couple of friends, um, and so I dove so hard into Dota and learned like everything I could about it, and just spent a lot of time with that friend group, just hanging out with them, keeping my mind off of things. Never really wanting to deal with it. Oh, nice. We got that blow up. So yeah, it was a rough time, but made it through with the help of friends. And I wish I was streaming at the time, in all honesty, because I feel like it would have been a lot different. I'm gonna give that to you. Oh, nice shot. I'm coming back.
Oh, nice try.
Oh, we're getting better at this game, by the way. Just sitting here chatting and playing, we are actually getting a lot better. I can see it in every game.
I've
Um,
played very, very few hours of this game. It's definitely probably
and
easier with a controller, but
yeah, but I can't believe the amount of goals you have scored with it without playing. Like you're playing on mouse and keyboard right now, which is not something easily done for like a driving game. So let's talk about PC gaming. When did you get into PC gaming? There's a goal.
nice shot. So I'm trying to think. So I'm not certain on the year. I know Warcraft 3 had not come out yet.
Okay.
I was over at a friend's house and he was playing on computer, which we had a computer, but I never really thought about gaming with it because we had gaming systems or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was playing Warcraft 2, and I was like, what is this, right? And so I first was really into RTSs. And so sure enough, I was like, whoa, you can play games on the computer. This is great. And so I wanted Warcraft 2 really bad. So we got Warcraft 2. And then that manifested into playing Diablo, and
Oh,
when it came out,
yes.
Diablo 2, which I delved
Yes.
really really hard into. Um,
My brother was
and
the one that I watched my brother play Diablo 2 like all the way through
oh my
multiple
goodness.
times. I never got to play it. I never got into it, but like I would sit and watch him play for hours and hours and hours. So, yeah, I get that. Diablo 2 is really awesome. Anyways, continue past Diablo
Oh
2.
yeah, yeah, no. So yeah, Diablo 2 delved into it really, really hard. Pushed, and I think that was too my first experience with pushing in-game content really hard.
Okay.
Me and my brother would, they had Ubers, which was a few of the bosses all together on a map 50 times harder than normal, and we'd go and we'd solo that. And so we were
Okay.
really focused on not only like building really strong characters, but min-maxing them and being good at it was the goal, right? So
Right.
that was kind of where my love for the grind started, right? And then after that, Warcraft 3 came out, and then I got into WoW later after that, and so it's always just kind of a big thing. I played a lot of Warcraft 3 too, a lot of ladder games. Like I said, RTS are always a big thing for me too. Played a lot of StarCraft and StarCraft 2 when it came out. A lot of Blizzard games, but then my first game veering from Blizzard was probably League of Legends. But I played a lot
Ooh,
of League as
yeah.
well and a lot of
I
PUBG.
have
So,
I have way too much League in
oh,
me. Oh, it's so bad. It's
that
where
was
you
my
get your shady Wednesdays, huh?
oh goodness,
The salt.
so much.
Um,
Yeah, talking about a salty community for sure.
yeah. What lanes did you play in League, and do you currently still play League ever?
I very rarely play League, but if I do, I
Okay.
play with a friend, the Velvet Walrus, kind of his crew.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Yep.
but which Jeremy's a part of and all that, J Flood.
Yeah.
Um,
J
but
Flood.
um,
Lane
but
do you
yeah,
play?
so I play back when I was playing, like before I met anybody I was playing the game with really.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot of ADC, a lot of
Okay.
damage carries with bot lane, and a lot of support. I played Tarek a lot when Tarek before he got changed.
Yep.
Um, and
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
oh,
Nice. Good job. You're alone. They're
let's go,
back
baby.
here. Good job.
So, but yeah, but
So
then
bot lane,
now I
yeah.
play mainly support, middle or like support if I do play, but I don't really play that much.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I main support. I still play like at least a game a day.
oh,
Um,
okay.
I like to keep my saltiness. Um, and yeah, I main support. I play Pike mainly. I
Okay.
played Thresh when he came. I've been playing League since it actually came out. I had a beta code from my brother. And so, yeah, we've been playing forever and ever. He quit playing, but he got me so involved in it that I couldn't give it up. And it's just like you playing Dead by Daylight. Like, you pushed me towards it, and then, like, yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Like, I felt, like, pressured to play towards it. And then
Mhm.
it was like, oh, wait, no, I really enjoy this. I'm going to go towards this and really grind at it and really play it a lot. No one's moving? Okay. Weird game. Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
all. They don't rush it either time, so we can maybe take early goals if we want.
yep.
Oh,
Oop.
so yeah, no, I'm a one trick Lux main right now. I literally exclusively play Lux, and if I can play it in the middle, that's great. But otherwise, I play support with it. So
Jay LeRae, who was in here earlier, she's like pretty big on TikTok. She is also a Lux main, which is kind of funny. I find that quite funny.
she's it's definitely my favorite. character for sure.
Yeah.
And it's
She
kind of an inside joke, but also just like because that's all I ever really play. But oh no.
That was so close. That was so close.
Um, but yeah, no, it's a fun game. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I just play other games instead. I think that's the problem too with the whole variety thing is that there's so many games now that I want to play, but
Yeah,
I
I
just feel
do.
like I
I
don't have
feel that.
time to really
I
devote to being good at it. So it's kind of why I gave up WoW too. I definitely wasn't putting any time in it outside of raiding, which
right.
is you know which is not how you get good at that game. You need gear to push harder content and um
Yeah. And it's hard when you're working full time and streaming when you come home from work and
yes.
yeah, it's life can get a lot. Does your sleep suffer from that at all?
My sleep's always suffered just in general because I
Okay.
am just a night owl for sure. My mom's
Yeah, so
diagnosed insomniac, but I've never gone to go check or anything. But it's just very easy to stay up,
yeah.
and just keep putting time into games for loot or
Yeah.
for
Yep. I have been a night owl since I was like 8 years old and could never sleep longer than like 3 hours. I actually, for the first time in I don't even know how many years, this whole week I have slept. I went to bed at like 10 p.m. and woke up at 7 a.m. And
wow.
yeah, it's very weird for me right now. I'm in like mentally I'm in a great place and like I was hurt for about 2 months. I had a back injury and so I was not feeling the greatest mentally for a while, but then I'm back at work. I'm training my dogs again. I'm stream back to streaming. I had to take like a month and a half break from streaming cuz I literally couldn't even sit down because my back hurt so bad. Um and so, yeah, I just mentally am in a great place and I love it and I'm sleeping and it's so weird that my sleep is so linked to my mental state. Like I didn't realize it, but it is and it's awesome to sleep. It is quite awesome to sleep. But I get the feeling of like not wanting to miss out basically. Staying up, not wanting to miss out like but what if we have one more good game or what if I make a clip for this game that is unlike any other.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the FOMO gets real for sure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Like crazy. um oh, again, they're not going for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Keep 'em on the edge of the seats.
Yeah. Oh my god. For those of you who listening, the ball was sitting halfway in the goal, and should have went in. It definitely should have went in.
No,
Um,
no, it's clean.
it was calculated, just calculated.
Calculated.
Oof. How about that one? Is that calculated?
Yeah, they nailed that one. It's
Oh,
good.
okay. Okay. Um.
RGV came in clutch.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, do you have any like catchphrases or sayings that you live by, um, that you want to give out there to people?
Um, well, I think especially too when dealing with depression, something I think about a lot is that, um, well, I think about pain. It's relative a lot, right?
Yeah.
What might you might take at a glance might be crippling to somebody else. So I think it's really important when you talk to people about things like depression and anxiety, um, just because maybe it doesn't affect their life the same as you, or maybe they don't take medication for it to help control it, doesn't mean that it's any less severe
Right.
than
Yeah.
what you're dealing with. And I think that it should all be taken with a grain of salt, and also just be seen for what it is, and not discredited. I think a lot of times people, when they talk to me about my depression, it's not something that somebody necessarily thinks of me. Um, And again,
Right.
like I said, it manifests in different ways. Like sometimes I just completely shut down and I have to be done, right?
Yep. Yep.
And again, it's not something I want to talk about or I need to talk to somebody about, but I deal with it in my own way, and it's not anything less because I'm not experienced necessarily because I'm not experiencing the same things you experience, right? So I think
Right.
anytime somebody tells me about this, I take it very seriously, and I have definitely learned to see it for what it is, in its different forms. Like it's always serious. It's very important to you know talk about if needed, and for each
That's
person to
really awesome.
gauge what they're okay dealing with and what they need help with, and being comfortable
Yeah,
to talk about it for
perspective.
sure.
Perspective.
Yeah, I
Um
think that comes from I forget who
oh,
it's
you
by. I don't
scored
know if
that.
it is
Wow.
a famous artist or not, but there's a picture which I love. It's of a mama wolf standing up with about 30 arrows in their back, and they're bleeding profusely. And then it shows a cub with one arrow in it down on the ground and likely dead, right? And
Right.
so pain is relative, and like many things, and it's just important to understand that we're all different. We all handle things differently. So
Yeah. Wow. That's a powerful image that you put in my head. Um yeah, and you know what, that brings up like some good and bad memories for me. Um my mom doesn't suffer with depression at all and doesn't really understand it much. Um and so from when I started this project, like she supports me and she loves me and she's probably still sitting in chat. Um but it's really hard for her to understand what I'm going through and to grasp it because she's never dealt with anxiety or depression, and it's not always easy s- to tell someone in words what depression feels like or what it is to them because each person is different. And so um it's really, yeah, that image brings up a lot of oh, get in. No, nope. Okay. um
yeah, I think you made a really good point there too. Is something to think about is that sometimes I can tell you exactly why.
yeah.
I can tell you exactly why
Yep.
I don't want to get out of bed, why I don't want to brush my teeth for the X day in a row, or shower, or take care of myself, right?
Right.
I
Yep.
can tell you exactly where it stems from. Sometimes I have absolutely no idea.
Yep.
I am happy, I have everything I need, but there's
Won't go
something there
away. Yep.
underlying that is just and so it's really tough sometimes especially when you're in that mood,
Yep.
because you don't really know what you can even do to get help, right? So
Yeah.
um
And there's a lot you can do. um in my Discord there is a list of coping. It's all about ways to cope and things like that. Those are things you can do. um
oh wow.
That's more for chat than you, boozing.
Yeah. No, sorry, I was saying oh wow about that goal. Is another
Yeah.
half in. I tried to like get it out, and
Oh, yeah, 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 and it's really, yeah, I feel that those days where you just when people ask you how you are, you have to say you're fine because if you told them any otherwise, if you said you weren't fine and they asked why, you don't have a reason. And it's those days where you don't have a reason that are sometimes the hardest. And yeah, I know a lot of people suffer with that and suffer with what to do with through that, because I was one of those people that suffered with like, well, I can't go out today. Like I literally just can't leave the house today. And people would ask you why, and you just like, there doesn't have to be a why.
right, right.
I have a, like, I'm diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Like there doesn't have to be a why. The why is because of the depression and anxiety. That's it. And I struggled a long time with understanding that because I always thought there had to be a reason why. I'm a very logical person and think of things very logically, and so every cause must have an effect and that kind of thing. Um, and so I must be feeling the way I am because of something. And with anxiety and depression, doesn't always have to be a reason. Sometimes there's not a reason. Oh my goodness, he touched that. I can't believe that. And so it makes it a little bit harder. But once I understood that there doesn't have to be a reason behind it, I was able to accept it a lot more. And say, okay, you know what? I need a day off of work. I need a mental health day where I will literally call my work now and just be like, hey, I'm not coming in today. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just having a really bad mental health day. And advocating for yourself and standing up for yourself, I think, is something that is not done enough, especially with companies nowadays. I think it's important to stand up for yourself if you're working for a company, and a mental health day is just like you have the cold. Like, you're just as sick, and you should treat it as such, and you should advocate for yourself and take care of yourself. Um, because yeah, it is super important. I can see Boozin
Oh,
getting into
we're,
that
we're,
mindset,
we're,
try
we're,
hard. Yes.
we're doing it. We're winning this game.
I
Yeah, no, I
I
think
could see it in you.
yeah, I think
doing
we have
that.
to, it needs to be normalized because it's okay
Yes.
to not feel good and to have time to deal with these things. And I
Yep.
think that's also something too people struggle to understand. Even people who deal with depression sometimes will see somebody that doesn't know why, and
Yeah.
things like that. So there's a lot. I feel like, I don't know, it's just something that, again, everyone needs to just understand that it's all different, and that we're all just
Yep.
trying to find our way and just
Yep.
and
Live
for
our best
me, I
lives.
along with personal views, stuff like that, like, I don't know if there's really much any reason to all this, and
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
think
I
for
feel
me personally, I just
that.
want to be the best person that I can,
Yeah.
and maybe not have people around me feel bad if there's anything I can do to do it, because I know what it feels like to feel worthless,
Yeah.
and I don't want anybody to feel like that if it's something that I can help. And so it's just, life's hard, and
Yep. We're all
you
on
know
this big rock flying through space together. Might as well normalize all the problems and try to help each other as much as we can.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the goals of this podcast is to normalize mental health issues. Um, Normalize people getting help. Normalize people reaching out, even if you're reaching out to a streamer or a friend or a gaming buddy or anything like that. Normalize it. Get it out there. Get people to understand it. Even if they don't understand like it fully, at least they're thinking about it, and at least it's not taboo anymore, man.
Mhm.
That's one thing that I like. Growing up, I didn't feel like I could talk about depression or anxiety or anything like that. And yeah, it wasn't until one of my ex-girlfriends um like brought it up to me that I may be depressed, and that like that kind of thing, that like I started to actually look into it and actually think about it. Cuz I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are dealing with depression and anxiety and don't even realize it, um,
Mhm.
because they're just like, oh, I'm a little extra tired today. I just want to lay in bed all day. Um, or I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm going to shower next tomorrow or the next time or something like that. And like they don't realize that those are symptoms of depression or anxiety or things like that. So, yeah, normalizing it will allow us to understand it better, allow us to get help for people better, and just make it easier on everyone. So I'm gonna have you reintroduce yourself for the last time. Um, we are going to be ending here shortly. So
Yeah, sure. So again, for anybody that's not know me, I'm Boozin. You can call me Ben or
I'm
Boozin. You can
boozing.
find me at twitch.tv/Boozin. But I am a variety streamer with a focus on horror and DBD specifically. Um, and yeah, yeah, fun,
We need to
fun
get you
cozy group.
played.
with a focus
Yes.
on oh, I messed up.
It's all
And
good.
I'm not good at Rocket League.
We only chose Rocket League because it's a mindless game that we both are not great at. So, yeah, your community is hands down one of my favorite, my comfy streams. Like, you are one of my comfy streams for sure. Where,
Aw,
like, if I'm going to bed,
appreciate that.
you are on my phone, just sitting there talking and laughing and listening to you guys chat and have fun. It just makes my nights better. Because you mainly stream at night. What is your normal Twitch or your
Uh,
stream
so I am an
times
evening
and
streamer. Generally starting between 7 and 8 CST. And I stream about four to five times a week. It kind of depends. I don't have a set schedule just because I do. I am a parent as well. So I have shared custody of my child. So every week, every other week I have my daughter with me. And so it just makes complicated. The scheduling is a little complicated, but I
yep,
announce my schedule every week on Twitter and on Discord,
yep.
and then I also tweet every single time I go live and off the Discord. So
And you guys can go to his Discord from his channel. You guys can go leave him a follow. It is BOOZIN on Twitch. And you guys can just type !Discord in his chat, and that will bring it up. And you guys can follow the links from there and follow him for his schedule and all that stuff. His Discord community is just as great as his Twitch community because a lot of the people are the same people. But some people are more active in the Discord. Some people are more active on the Twitch chat. Just depends on who the person is and how they want to interact with the streamer. And I enjoy that aspect of it too. Of streaming, like you have your Discord people, and then you also have your people who enjoy the actual live Twitch. So
oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. And I am Joker Cat. And every Sunday we do CatChat Sundays. This podcast that you have just listened to. That it's me and another streamer just sitting around playing video games and talking about gaming, depression, anxiety, and how it affects them. Their goals and aspirations for what they want to do with
Oh,
their
nice shot.
thank you streaming career. And remember, in a year from now, we are going to come back to Boozin and check up on him and see how he's doing. And Boozin and I will play games before that year. I promise.
Yeah,
I
we'll
promise.
get something scheduled for sure.
We need to play games, even if it's like once a month. I'm cool with once a month. We can probably fit that into our schedules. Because Boozin and I feel like we've become like really quick friends. Like, I've been following you now, but I want to say it's 5 months that we've been interacting. And I feel like it was like immediately like, oh, yeah, you're a good person. Like, immediately. But I feel like it was reciprocated. Like, I felt that way about you, but I feel like you also felt that way about me. For
Yeah,
you to
no,
reach out to me and like,
again, good people find good people, and I think that our energies definitely match. I'm definitely a fairly high energy person when I'm
yeah.
not in a mood. So I think that I think we meld well on that for sure.
Yeah, which is nice. Alrighty, so that will end off Cat Chat Sunday. Oh, should we end it after this game? Should we just leave them guessing if we won or
I
lost?
mean, we can definitely end after this game. That's fine.
Okay.
After we win this game.
Oh yeah, we got to win it then. Okay, well then we are going to shut down and focus. If you guys want to watch the podcast, you can watch it on the YouTube channel, the I'm Joker Cat YouTube channel.
I missed.
I missed too. At
They got it.
youtube.com/I'm Joker Cat. I upload the whole entire podcast raw straight from Twitch. no editing or anything like that. Just straight onto there, so you guys can watch the whole stream from beginning to end, and oh, so you guys can catch this final game of Rocket League and how we have kicked their butts.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we've won. Have we won every game? Maybe lost one?
No. We've lost. We've lost to the same people earlier, like 2 or 3 times, but then we beat
Oh,
them 2
okay.
times.
Okay.
But we've won the majority of our games.
Isn't it crazy that when you're just mindlessly playing this, like you get so much better so quickly? Like Moss and I didn't lose a single game last week, which was hilarious.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game where you gotta kind of get the feel of it. Like it's
And I think that's where just mindlessly talking helps, because like you're not like, oh, I gotta push this ball this way and push it this way and do this to do that and that kind of thing. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm doing what I can to do this, and it's all you. I'm sure we could be a lot better if we were using call outs and stuff like that, but
oh yeah. I mean, there's people who just like tee each other up for shots, and stuff like that.
yep.
But I definitely not on that level.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to control my vehicle the best I can.
Get it in there. Get it in.
I can. I hit it.
Oh,
up,
no.
Not up. Not like this.
No. Oh well. Alrighty. So, we will see you guys later. Be sure to stop by Boozin's stream, please, please. He is a wonderful human being. And we will see you next stream for some Dead by Daylight content. I think I'm streaming maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right on. Well, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Peace.